Hi Bible Explorers, I hope you're getting on well with your expeditions. As you saw from the last few videos, I was in Israel recently. In fact, I was in Israel for the first time in my life. I can't believe how much it's changed the way I read my Bible. Everything's just much more vivid, it's more real, it's fresher, it's alive to me. If you ever get the chance to go to Israel in your life, do it sooner rather than later. I wish I'd done it when I was 21 rather than 51. But even if we can't go to Israel to explore the land of the Bible, we can explore the Bible itself. But this week's expedition was pretty sad, wasn't it? 3 words that kept coming up were messy, separation, and captivity. And all 3 words were the result of sin. Israel's sin caused a huge mess in their lives and their nation. Israel's sins separated them from God and eventually separated them from their nation. And Israel's sins resulted in the loss of their freedom as they ended up in captivity. What we see in Israel on a national level is true of us also on a personal and individual level. Sin messes up our lives, sin separates us from God, and sin enslaves us. But the expedition ended on a hopeful note, didn't it? After 70 years in captivity, God put an idea into the head of the heathen king who was ruling over Israel in captivity. The idea that God put in his head was, send my people back to Israel to rebuild the land. And that's what he decreed. He says, God has commanded him to rebuild the temple at Jerusalem. And he turns to all these Israelite prisoners and asks, who is among you of all his people? May the Lord his God be with him and let him go up. Simple as that. If you want to go home to Israel, then get up and go, and may God go with you. See how easy it is for God to give hope in the midst of despair and discouragement? By his salvation in Jesus Christ, he can turn our mess into order, our separation from him into friendship with him, and our captivity to sin into freedom to serve him.